Hello and welcome to TVC News. We begin in Oyo State, where the police command has paraded a kidnapped Kingpin who threatened university students in the state. The force says it's committed to sustaining the relative peace enjoyed in the state through its continuous policing approach and swift dispensation of justice. Olaido Yowole reports.
It is the end of the road for these suspected armed robbery syndicates and the mastermind of kidnapping known for terrorizing members of the public in Oyo town and robbing people of their valuables. The suspected armed robbers met their Waterloo after robbing a point-of-sale operator popularly known as POS in Oyo town, cutting away a huge amount of money and other valuables. The suspects, upon interrogation, also confessed to their crimes, including robbing of travelers of their belongings along Oyo-Ishenyi Road.
Some members of a notorious armed robbery syndicate who have been terrorizing members of the public in Oyo town invaded the shop of one Abbas Taiwo male, where he operates mobile banking services and other business activities. The notorious hoodlums, who were armed to the teeth, attacked Abbas Taiwo, dispossessing him of huge proceeds from his point-of-sale machine, 10 different mobile phones belonging to his customers, and other valuable items at gunpoint.
We are closed for the day, so the person the next thing the person said, the person do is that he pointed a gun at me. So I was like, what is this? So I shift for the person. So two of them, there was two that they comforted us. So they packed the container. So they are running. We are shouting, thief, 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 thief.
This suspect was arrested for writing to a private university in Oyo town and threatening to abduct 3 of its students if the management fails to pay up a sum of 10 million naira. The police say he had also extended a similar strategy to a branch of a new generation bank in the same town.
I was arrested for writing a note to the school, not to kidnap or to harm anybody, but just to threat my colleagues that I render a machine to.
The main content of the letter is that he's coming to kidnap 3 of our students by 4 p.m. and that if we are ready for him not to kidnap, we should pay him 10 million naira, and that we should be ready for him at 4 p.m. and also tell our neighbors not to interfere.
Recovered from the suspects are mobile phones, a double-barrel locally made gun, and some vehicles. Olaido Yewale, TVC News, Ibadan.
Few days after many Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters were killed in an airstrike by the Nigerian Air Force in Bama local government of Borno State, troops of 25 Brigade, Operation Hadin Kai, have again killed 4 fighters of the Islamic State of West African province, including one Mudu Tafij, a bomb maker in Komala local government area along Maiduguri-Damboa Road. According to a counterinsurgency expert in the Lake Chad region, Zago Zola Makama, the ISWAP fighters ambushed the troops who, alongside the civilian joint task force, repelled the attack. According to sources, the ISWAP fighters detonated an explosive on one of the patrol vehicles of the troops, which was followed by gunshots. The troops engaged the ISWAP fighters in a heavy gun battle and defeated them. The Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission says its youth transformation training program is capable of curbing insecurity among dwellers in its focus states. HYPPADEC head of community development Ibrahim Babangida-Ibrahim said this during a 2-day training of trainers workshop in Ilorin. Ibrahim Malege reports.
Unemployment and idleness have forced many youths into crime. This does not help the worsening insecurity situation in the country. Now, the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, HYPPADEC, is stepping in with its own strategies towards stemming the tide. This explains why it is organizing this training of trainers with the intent that the training will permeate to the target population.
Educating the youth and training them in such a way that they will have skills acquisition programs. They might be busy in such a way that they will stay away from crimes and doing activities that will lead to crimes. So this is one of the mandate of the HYPPADEC.
Computer appreciation. We cannot learn that one in less than 3 months. So those ones, fish farming, all of those ones, they are going for 6 months. Then trainings like barbing, hairdressing, cosmetologists, those ones are the short-term skills, which will last for 3 months.
The National Directorate of Employment, NDE, is among the agencies enlisted for the training. Some of the trainees will be attached to NDE-trained artisans to train and sharpen their skills.
Depending on the number of trainees we have in a location and the skill that the participants have applied for, we look for our trainers that are there. We have trainers scattered all over the country, and we have in the 16 local government of Kwara State.
Honestly, it will, because it will remove the youth from their restlessness, roaming about the streets, social vices, and make them to be useful to the society where they belong.
They said an idle man is the devil workshop. With this program, if they are being trained and they are into it, they will forget about either let us go and kidnap or do this or that. It will end like that.
HYPPADEC focus states are Kwara, Kogi, Plateau, Benue, and Niger State, while selected local government areas of the Commission's activities in Kwara State include Patigi, Kayama, Moro, Barutin, Edu, and Ilorin East. Ibrahim Babangida-Ibrahim, TVC News, Ilorin.
Youths of the All Progressives Congress, under the backing of Northern Young Professionals for Tinubu, are confident that the All Progressives Congress presidential candidate has the capacity to transform Nigeria if elected as the next president. They made this assertion while opening the organization's North Central office in Minna, the Niger State capital. Chineme reports.
Preparations towards the 2023 elections has seen the emergence of various groups drumming support for the candidates of the choice based on the perception of their competence in running the affairs of the country. The Northern Young Professionals for Tinubu is speaking to targeted youths at the opening of its North Central office in Minna. The leader of the group said many professionals do not want to dabble into politics, but with backing from the NYPT, they might be persuaded to change their minds. He stresses that having professionals and technocrats at all levels of government is the only way to ensure a working system, both in the public and private sector.
Coming on board into politics because a lot of professionals feel they are not politicians, they don't even vote. So we want to make sure professionals get involved because we want quality leaders that have the capacity to turn things around. If we don't bring in professionals into politics, we'll continue to have people that might not do well.
The group also believes that the Muslim ticket by the APC is an indication that Nigeria needs to go beyond religion and ethnicity to choose leadership based on competence and integrity. They insist the choice of Tinubu and Shettima is not intended in any way to disrespect those that practice the Christian faith.
If you look at the team, it's just the opponents that are jittery, but we have a formidable team in Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima. Though they are both Muslims, we have respect for our Christian brothers and sisters.
The Northern Youth Professionals for Tinubu are contributing to the efforts of the APC national leader because he has the capacity to deliver on the promised reformative programs for the people. Chanemi Bambeyi, TVC News, Minna.
Now, the governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party in Rivers State, Senator Magnus Abe, is calling for prayers for a peaceful election in 2023. Senior reporter Uche Okoro reports.
It was a special church service to thank God for Senator Magnus Abe's emergence as the SDP flag bearer for the governorship election in Rivers State. For him, he is now closer to achieving his political ambition after years of fighting to clinch the ticket of his former party. As attention gradually shifts to the official commencement of campaigns, he hopes things will be different this time in Rivers State, where elections have been characterized by violence.
We must pray for a peaceful election in our state. And we will not just pray for a peaceful election. All of us must work for a peaceful election. We must be peaceful in our conduct before, during and after the election. Do not harass anybody. Everybody has a right to support whoever they want to support. Every political party must be given space when it is time, when the campaign starts, to campaign for candidates of their choice.
The confidence of the SDP has grown since the arrival of Senator Abbey and his supporters. The party now believes that winning the governorship election in Rivers State is possible.
I am so happy today. The entire SDP family is happy. The entire national leadership of SDP is happy that we have someone in his mold. We are blessed, and he's going to deliver Rivers State and take us to the next level.
For the man who gave up his ticket for Senator Magnus Abbey, the SDP can now boast of fielding the best governorship candidate so far.
I was keeping on until when I also discovered that they say he had no platform. I had no choice than to beckon on him if he would be interested, because I felt he's going to do better. I've had him, I've seen his program, I know his vision. He's somebody I know so well. So when I saw him, I think he could do better than I would do, to be honest. This is not politics.
Even though there is a new lease of life in the SDP, the party knows that it still needs more in terms of numbers in order to scale through the tough terrain of Rivers politics. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Gokana.
The local government election in Osun State will not be conducted on the 15th of October this year. Chairman of the State Independent Electoral Commission, Segun Oladito, who addressed journalists in Osogbo on preparedness of the commission, says all political parties have been duly notified. TVC News correspondent Rafiu Hamid reports.
Osun State Independent Electoral Commission was inaugurated in June 2020, principally to conduct local government elections. However, the objective was hampered by a number of factors to include COVID-19, NSAS protest, court litigations, and necessary enabling laws. Now, the coast is clear, and all these challenges seem to have been addressed.
For some time now, the Commission has been making necessary contacts with relevant stakeholders and carrying out in-house preparations for the conduct of local government elections. As recent as Friday, the 12th day of August 2022, the Commission had parley with all political parties in the state, where they were informed of the impending conduct of the elections.
Segun Oladito also alleges threats to life by some people over the plans by the Commission to conduct the election.
There is no need for us to heat up the polity. I'm aware of cases in court. People have been threatening me that they are going to arrest me, they are going to take me to, they are going to imprison me, and so on and so forth. So I want to appeal to members of the public that there is nothing we are doing today that is new. Anybody who disagrees with what we are doing, there is a court, which is the arbiter.
Representatives of political parties expressed their readiness for the election.
The Commission has notified us of this exercise long ago. So we are prepared because the beauty of democracy and the dividend of democracy is at the grassroots. We must have people that will represent individuals at the ward level. People you can have access to and knock their door, your neighbors.
And we politicians, we are ready to abide by the rules of the game, provided if the election is going to be free and fair.
The last local government election conducted in Osun State was in 2018, and it was based on parliamentary system. But chairman of the commission says with the 2022 OCEC law enacted by the State House of Assembly and assented to by the governor, the forthcoming local government election will be held based on presidential system. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Osogbo.
The National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, in collaboration with the University of Benin, has matriculated 93 students in various legislative courses. Heads of the two institutions charged the students to show commitment as they settle down to business. National Assembly correspondent Joki Adisa reports.
Newly admitted students filing in for the 2021-2022 matriculation ceremony. The heads of the two institutions speak on the successes recorded since the collaborative efforts in the last 10 years. They charge the students to maximize the opportunities provided.
When the University of Benin prides itself as the UniBest, the acronym has been earned through the core values of hard work, tenacity, resourcefulness, discipline, focus, and diligence.
The programs that we are about to commence are rigorous and intensive. As I keep on saying every year, this is the only institute attached to university that doesn't go on strike.
The leadership of the National Assembly offers support and words of encouragement to the successful applicants.
Confident that you will continue on this path, not just for the benefit of the legislature, but also in the interest of democracy and good governance.
The high point of the event was the symbolic signing of the matriculation register by the students. Some of them speak of their expectations.
By dint of hard work, I should complete this course, bring it back as part of my development, occupational career development, and with so, I'll be able to improve in my performance in the office as a legislative officer.
A very good school. They have all it takes for you to know your field very well. So my expectations are high. I expect that I'll come out well-grounded.
71 students are enrolled for masters in elections and party politics, legislative studies, parliamentary administration, and legislative drafting. 13 are for higher national diploma in official reporting and parliamentary administration. 17 students are in for postgraduate diploma in elections and political party management.
To graduate in their chosen courses, the 93 matriculated students are expected to abide by the rules, regulations, norms, and practices of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies and the University of Benin. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Abuja.
The Lagos State government has urged youths to engage in entrepreneurship and skills development to prepare them for future challenges. Speaking during the visit, the chairman of Lagos State Creative Industry Initiative, Toyin Ogulano, who represented the Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Uzamata Kimbele Yusuf, says she is happy and satisfied with the developmental pace of the students. The delegation said the government has provided an enabling environment for the youth with skills to establish themselves, and the initiative would deliberately convert youth's restiveness into productive ventures.
It's really deep for me to know that money has not gone to waste. The governor has invested, and these children, these youth, the ones that are here, have said that they've really benefited so much from it, and they look forward to getting more from the government, particularly this Badagry. They thought that they've been left behind, but for the governor to have deemed it fit to bring such opportunity to them here in Badagry, they've expressed so much joy about it, and they've expressed the hope that more would come from the Lagos State government to them.
We've discovered that there are more people here who are more excited about the potential of being able to learn, beyond even our imagination. A lot of them, I think the program came in timely.
It's a professional academy that it's really impactful, because what I've learned so far in this academy is beyond what I expected. It's far, far more than what I expected.
I can boldly say that I'm working as a professional. I can confidently work as a professional. So we've been taken from the beginner level to professional level.
Still in Lagos, the State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has advised Nigerians against embarking on night travel, except it's absolutely necessary. This comes on the heels of the report that such trips have increased road crashes. TVC News correspondent Theophilus Ilama reports.
According to rail traffic crash analysis obtained from the Lagos State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, a total of 416 crashes were recorded between January and August. This incident, it says, happened between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Of these numbers, about 558 victims were injured. 97 lost their lives, with February being the month with 21 cases. The alarming rate of road traffic crashes has been one of the Corps' concern, hence the regular advocacy. And with this year's figures, travelers need to think about journeying at night.
But while we may agree that some impacts have been created in the public awareness programs, the recent recorded cases have not only alarmed us, but shown that more needs to be done in reaching the critical audience and achieving the goals. For the avoidance of doubt, we have been faced with rescue operations in the middle of the wee hours of the night, when risk of rescue are either higher for the rescuers or the possibility of victims accessing proper medical attention and facilities are less due to various factors.
Seeking the collaboration of all to help reduce incidences of road traffic crash, the Corps believes this is important in ensuring safety on the road.
I therefore wish to reiterate our usual appeal to roads to always show restraint and avoid night journeys if they can, in order to avert associated menace. They should also endeavor to put all necessary safety and security measures into consideration before deciding on such journeys.
The Corps believes engagement with citizens is key in helping reduce road traffic crashes in not just Lagos, but the country. Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.
Kenya's President-elect William Ruto has vowed to work with all leaders as he was declared winner of a closely fought poll. Mr. Ruto was attempting to ease tensions after the outcome sparked a split in the Election Commission and fears of violence. According to the official results, he narrowly beat his rival, Raila Odinga, taking 50.5% of the vote. The announcement was delayed amid scuffles and allegations of vote rigging by Mr. Odinga's campaign. 4 of the 7 members of the Electoral Commission refused to endorse the result, saying it was opaque.